Hey, what's up out there, family? It's your boy, the motivational teacher to the masses, coming to you live. Hey, I just wanted to stop by and share a little hope for a brief moment. I want to talk to you about being in this world, but not of this world. Yep, we are in this world, but we're not of this world. If you look around right now, the sun is still shining. The moon still comes out at night. The stars are still bright as ever. Bees are still pollinating. Lord knows there's a lot of pollen going on out there right now. The grass is still growing. Spring is springing into action. Ladies and gentlemen, I know right now we're in the midst of a global pandemic. I know right now that COVID-19 may have affected some of your loved ones. And I know right now there are people that you know that have been quarantined, and we're all right now practicing social distancing. And I know it's changed the way that we live life. The economy is upside down. Stores are closing. Unemployment is starting to be rampant. I understand that it's changing the way we live. But at the end of the day, we have to remember that we are in this world, but we're not of this world. What do you mean? That word "in" means expressing the movement with result that someone or something has become enclosed or surrounded by something. We're in this world understanding that it's going to rain on the just as well as the unjust. Understanding that we are in this world and we're surrounded right now by a 24-hour news cycle that only wants to perpetuate COVID-19. We're living in a time where no matter where you turn or what channel you turn on or what person you turn to in your house or who you call on the phone, that this virus is dominating our conversation. And the motivational teacher is saying that it shouldn't. It shouldn't, or I'm not saying it should or shouldn't dominate our conversation. But what I am saying that if you're in this world, but you're not of this world, you should have a different relationship of how the world is relating right now. See, I am in this world, but I'm not of this world. Understand that I'm made in the image and I'm made in the likeness of God, that God is my king. And I'm in his kingdom, and understand that if he cares for if he cares, clothe the lilies of the valley, who neither sow nor reap, and they are beautiful right now, blooming in season. That right now God is still at work. And for a moment, I want to share a little hope into your life. I know right now what the news is saying, but I'm asking you, you've been given the gift of more time. I know the movie theaters are closing, all the gyms are closing, and restaurants are closing. You've been given the gift of time by COVID-19 or the coronavirus. What are you doing with that new gift of time that you have been given? My challenge to you is, do not walk out the COVID virus or the coronavirus the way you walked in, with this gift of time. Choose to live like one that's in this world, but not of this world. I'm not going to have paralysis of analysis based on what's going on outside of me. But right now it's about, while I've been given this gift of time, taking it and maximizing the time, developing me a tight growth plan, living outside of my imagination instead of living out my past. I got to choose not in the midst of the coronavirus. I got to choose in the midst to not allow myself be paralyzed by what could happen, but be pulled by my goals and my dreams, understanding that if God be for me, who can stand against me? Understanding that this virus, this too shall pass, and I will be better at the backside of this virus than I was going into this virus. Because as humans, what we tend to focus on grows. We're in this world, but we're not of this world. That word "of" expressing the relationship between an author, artist, or a composer. Like how I go through this coronavirus and how I go through COVID-19 expresses my relationship with my author. It releases my relationship with my creator. And because I know that that we walk by faith and not by sight, I will not be afraid of the terror by night. Thy rod and thy staff shall comfort us. And I'm challenging you to not live and go through this period of time that will pass as one with no authority. Boy, I just broke bread. Don't go through this as one with no authority that's feeling like whatever comes your way, you have nothing to change it. There's genius on the inside of you. There's greatness on the inside of you. There's a business that you didn't know that lies deep down on the inside of you. Why? Because you've never taken a step of faith in order to see it realized. See, one thing I do know about faith, it never works in the midst of your comfort zone. The one thing I do know about greatness, anybody that's ever been great could not live in their comfort zone. I watched the story of Madam C.J. Walker this weekend on Netflix, and just seeing the struggle that it took for her to get to where she was, and the struggle that it took to keep that place or to keep that place in history is not going to be easy. And so the challenge for you is, in the midst of COVID-19, will you make the decisions in line with making your dream and your goals come to reality? We all set out and we made goals on January 1st. Now we've been given the gift of time. How will you utilize this gift of time in order to realize your goal? If you don't invest or make a deposit into your goals or make an investment, you'll never be able to make a withdrawal. You'll never be able to make a withdrawal without making an initial investment. And I'm going to challenge you during these long days and long nights, because right now with the gift of time, that you're choosing to develop a tight growth plan. That you're sowing into your kids, and that you're sowing into your marriage, and that you're spending time and you're telling your spouse how much you appreciate them. Use this gift of time in order to improve your quality of life. This too shall pass. My question is to you, on the other side of it, will you be better or will you be worse? Because one thing I do know, there's no lukewarmness, there's no stand in the middle. Will you improve or will you decrease? The choice is yours. This is the motivational teacher to the masses, challenging you until next time to wage war on mediocrity. I'm out.